Alright, now today we are going to just do a tune-up to this. A customer of mine just wants it tuned up, so we're gonna replace the oil filter, the fuel filter, and the air filter. I might be able to get away with just cleaning the air filter. And we got the oil filter. This is a Briggs & Stratton one, and this motor is also a Briggs & Stratton. And I brought two types of fuel filters with me, the smaller one and then the larger one. We'll probably have to use the larger one since it is also a larger one on it. And then this mower is a Craftsman YTS 4000. So, and we're gonna try to sharpen the blades. I've seen a video on YouTube on how to do it without taking the blades off of the machine. So we're gonna see if we can get away with doing it that way. So we'll be starting here in a minute. All right, so we're gonna start by simply just lifting the top up and then locating your fuel filter. On your fuel filter, there's an arrow on it already that shows the flow of the direction. Now on your new filter, there is also, you might not be able to even see it, but there's an arrow right there showing the direction of the flow. So you want to do that the same exact way. First we're going to want to do is move these clips. Sometimes they can be a pain, other times they seem to move pretty well. And since there's gas in here, we're going to have to be quick about changing the filter. On this particular model, the filter is in the back. Not the filter, the gas tank is in the back of the mower instead of underneath the hood. Come on, there we go. All right, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna see if I can pinch off this fuel line. This also has, I don't know if you can see it right here, also has a, I believe this is a fuel pump, so keep that in mind. A little bit of gas is going to come running out of there. That's fine. Don't be smoking or anything. So now what we're going to do is take this filter off, plug this end with your finger so you don't lose too much gas. Put the new filter in with the arrow facing towards the engine. Take this other one, pop it on, and that's it. You're going to want to take your pliers and then just move the clamp down to where it should be. Same thing with this one. And that's it. Fuel filter's done. So next we're going to change the oil and then the oil filter. All right, we're going to get ready to change the oil. You're going to want to pull your dipstick out for better flow. I already had this engine started for a little bit, so the oil should run just right out. Now, I'm not sure about this model, but I think this is actually the drain for the oil. So we will find out if it is or not. We got our flow bucket down there for the oil, so we'll take this, pop it off, bring it down here, and hopefully it reaches the bucket. Oh, and look at that. I wasn't sure whether that was for the oil or not. I've never worked on one like this, so that is pretty damn convenient, and it's just far enough that it'll reach my bucket. So we'll just let that drain out. Today is August 22nd. It's a very nice day out today, so I don't mind doing this. So instead of having you guys watch this the entire time, we will be back when it's done. Alright, now we're gonna replace the oil filter. I ended up jacking up this side so I can get all the oil that I can out of the crankcase. So we're gonna start by taking off the oil filter. I use one of these. If you don't have one of these, pick one up. They're nice. They'll fit almost any style filter. It just hooks onto your ratchet and just loosen it like you normally would, and these actually shrink. So we'll take that off now. Hopefully we don't make much of a mess, but that's what the paper towels are for. So you just set it on there, and then you just crank in the other direction. A lot of these are on there really tight, so alright, so we'll bring the oil pan to this side so we don't make a huge mess. And we're gonna make a mess, so that's just the nature of the job, so we'll hurry up and get this cleaned up. Just some paper towels, nothing fancy. But I want to try to keep this as clean as I can. And then after we change the oil filter, I'll just go back and clean up the rest of this stuff. When putting on the oil filter, only put it on hand tight. You don't want to crank these on using any tools. And before you even put on the oil filter, see that rubber seal on there? You're gonna get a little bit of oil on your fingers and rub that seal down. Just like that, just put a thin layer of oil on it. You want to do that to every oil filter, whether it's your car, ATV, motorcycle, whatever. So just put a thin layer of oil on there. Wipe your little digits off, and then screw the new filter on. Oh, and you want to put the oil filters next to each other to make sure that they are the same size filter. And it says right on the filter to only hand crank it. And that's all there is to it to put the oil filter on. Now we're going to add the oil. Make sure that you lower your jack if you jacked it up to make sure that it's pretty much on level ground. And then just fill this up until the line on the dipstick. I'll show you that. There's 2 notches on the dipstick, and it'll say add or full, so it's pretty much self-explanatory. So I'm not going to bore you with this, so we're just going to fill it. Alright, so we filled it full of oil, and I don't know if you can see on there, we were right up to full. So you're going to want to start your mower and let it run for a few minutes, and then shut it off and let it sit for a while, then check your oil again to make sure that you are up to the level that you should be at. Alright, so we changed the fuel filter, changed the oil filter, put more oil in it, sharpen the blades. Next, what we're going to do is, oh, and before I forget, this thing held almost 2 quarts. I'll show you how much that it didn't take. It took 1 full quart, and then that's all I have left out of the other one, in case if you're wondering that. So now we're going to take the air filter off, which no tools, you just unscrew the top of this. Yeah, that's nice. So we're gonna pop this out. I don't even think we need tools for this. I could be wrong though. Nope, just pops right out. So we're gonna take that home, clean it all up, and then install it the way that you've seen it come off, and that's pretty much it. Now, I was gonna show how to do this, but this foam piece that you can see right here, this is just a sleeve, so it pops right off. You can blow it out as long as you're gentle, but I'm going to take some Dawn dish soap and water to it and pretty much clean it up, wring it out like a sponge, blow out this inner filter, and then put it all back together and install it. So that's pretty much just it. Any questions or comments, ask below. So thanks for watching.